These are the days of our lives. These are the days of our lives. You live in yours, I live mine. Take that bitch, break that bitch, stack your chips. They say we living like savages.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Brother to Brother podcast with me, JG, and my brother, Shu.
Dude, why you saying my lines? Don't step over my lines.
My bad.
What the fuck?
And then I didn't even. We gotta take that back.
Nah, bro. This is podcasting, bro.
Because I didn't. And then. Oh,
what?
But hold on.
Go ahead.
I didn't fuck it up. Episode 29. Like
nah, you got that.
Episode 29.
The streak starts now.
It starts today. I fucked up the intro, but I didn't fuck up the count. Episode 29
starts now, man. Listen, man, we've done something that we said we wasn't gonna do, and that's taking a break. As podcasters, as one half of this thing, man. My brother gonna try to tell you otherwise. I'm gonna be real with you. Y'all can blame it on me. I was doing a lot of traveling back and forth from Southern California to the Bay Area. I mean, I was out there 3 times within 3 weeks for different reasons. Some good, some not so good. And yeah, man, but we back now. We back, and life has started to settle down somewhat, and so we're gonna keep pushing, keep getting to it, man.
We back.
Yeah, we back. We back. So yeah, bro. How you been? How's the mental, the physical?
Everything been good, man. I just been, to be honest, as much as I didn't want to take the break, it gave me an opportunity to really dive into and get other projects started. You feel me? Got some new music dropping. Also started up the clothing brand,
yes.
FMBG clothing. Which
talk about it.
Just got the samples in. You know what I'm saying? Which they came back. Matter of fact, look, just so happened I got one of the pieces right here.
Sure.
We got visual, man. Hold on. I wore it the other day.
As you should.
You feel me?
Gotta test it out. Gotta see how you feel.
So was happy with the quality that I got. But the samples came in. Oh, I got the T on me. Okay. Yeah, I was in full fledged. I was ready to come out of shit and everything. We got the damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Boom. Friendly neighborhood bad guy clothing.
I like it.
Big FMBG in the bag. You feel me? So these will be the probably gonna do 2 runs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a springtime, summertime hoodie, which will be the thinner material with no like fleece on the inside. And then the other ones I drop will be more of a thick layer for your average hoodie that you wear to keep you a little bit more warm. But yeah, man, it just gave me some time to dive into that. It's crazy the whole experience, you feel me? Because I'm really dealing with China at this point. You feel me? Like I found a manufacturer who could work within my budget. So just the whole communication. The fact that we have apps that, you feel me, translate for us, you feel me? Otherwise we wouldn't be able to do these type of things, you feel me? So just dealing with them, getting that shit done, having samples brought in. Once, I liked what I saw, I know what to move forward with. So just excited to have that shit pop off. And like I said, having that little extra bit of time really helped with that. But
yeah, it'll definitely... whenever a creative, somebody who has always been in art deals with, spaces of time where they just have their hands to themselves, usually something dope comes out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's an evolution into, the next phase of your creativity in terms of, clothing and stuff like that. So, because I'll say this, it's something that I've noticed over I say probably like the past 8 years or so. You feel me? That I noticed like it's more of a pride thing for you when you get dressed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so now I just think what we naturally end up like being attracted to as creators, you always like, nah, but I could do that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I could do that.
And
I
that's
can do that
that's
shit.
a lot of how this shit came about. Cause I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, right? And in my last relationship, I don't want to say I took a break, but I took time off of just kind of being who I was, you feel me, as a person. And it wasn't necessarily because I wanted to, it just the things that I saw were important, you feel me, were more important than buying myself clothes or, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have the extra funds to support both. So it was more, I got to be responsible, take care of shit. So whereas now it's like, all right, shit's taken care of. I have a little bit of extra, you know what I'm saying? Let's get fresh again. And it was one of those things where I started buying clothes, getting clean again, but it's like, damn, like I could be clean. You know what I'm saying? My own shit. Just like you said, like I could do this shit. You feel me? All it takes is me finding the supplier or somebody who fits within my budget to where I could, you know what I'm saying? You know me more than anybody. So it's like, in reality, this could be one of these things, like, even if it didn't pop off, like, I have no problem being the only nigga rocking my shit.
Of course.
I will continue to, you feel? I will continue just to make sure that I'm the only nigga rocking something different, whatever.
I mean, I'll have some pieces, but yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to be different anyway. So like, if this is my way of being different, or I'm the only person rocking this shit, or my circle's the only people rocking this shit, that wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be a problem with me. Obviously, the goal is to make some type of profit off this shit, but in reality, I approach this shit just like I approach everything else, just like we approach this platform. You know what I'm saying? It's mine. It's for me.
And it's good. It's good for your well-being. What feels good for you is what matters. You know, I think just in terms of, I like that shirt.
You know what I'm saying?
In terms of having the ability to, like you said, network with people over in China now, you know, this is what this type of conversation is what needs to be heard by everybody that's creating right now, because you got to understand there's a way for you to get out your creativity to the world, and you don't have to always feel like you got to run to the bigger brands, the bigger publications, you know what I'm saying? Because the same people that are creating their clothing or, you know, or that are pressing their print artwork, whatever, it's the same people that's going to do it for you. You just got to be able to connect with them. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It'll all be done in that same damn warehouse somewhere in China. And that's not a generalization. That's just the truth.
And I'm gonna be real with you. The goal should be, because you know what I'm saying, as fucked up as the country is, I'm a proud American, you feel me? I feel like we have a lot of freedoms other places don't. So in reality, the goal would be always to shop US made if I could. But if you're a starting brand, you feel me? If you're a starter anything, you feel me? And you need a bulk supplier and you have to shop out of the country for a minute, fucking so be it. You feel me? Yes, you're gonna run into those people. Is it US made? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Where is it made? Hey, cut it out. Is it US made? You gonna run into them questions all the time. You feel me? But I mean, you're gonna run into people who don't like it made from China, but you're gonna run into people who don't like it made. If you don't go to China, you get it made in Vietnam. You feel me? But majority of the people who buy shit aren't tripping off of those things. I feel like, you feel me? But my ultimate goal would definitely be to link with somebody, and mind you, I'm fresh in the game too, so it's not like I have all the connects.
Show them what you learned from Josh.
But like I was saying, I'm fresh in the game, so it's not like I have all the connects. So I have to go with where I could go. If I could find, or if someone hears this, you feel me, and knows of somebody who works with budgets, US made materials, I have no problem switching over and you know what I'm saying, making that move. But for what I know and for what I could do right now, and even anybody, like I say, anybody up and coming that wants to do it, yeah, you do have these markets that are available. You feel me? So, you know, or you could always take a trip to LA, go to Fashion District and find something out there too. You feel me? I'm not in the market to really be having to travel, go back and forth, talk to people. If I could do it on myself, I'm a person about convenience.
But see, here's the thing though, bro. You just said something that's important. Even if you go to LA and you get it from the Fashion District, which I know because I'm probably about an hour or so away from it, right?
Yeah.
You go out there, again, the material that you're buying was not made here. You're purchasing it in the US, sure. Yeah. But it wasn't made here. You know,
and it might not be China, but that shit say
and it might not be China.
Yeah, say, you feel me, like, bro.
And my thinking is always this, right? While I love home, which is, you know, America, I always want to strive for more. I would be lying to you if I said I didn't want my name known or I didn't want to have connections or do business in a country other than America. I'd be lying to you. That, you feel me? Now, am I okay with leaving this earth not having that? Sure. You feel me? That's just me as a man. I'm comfortable with how life ends, whatever direction it takes me, right? But I'd be lying to you if I say, oh yeah, I don't want to do business with people elsewhere. That's just dumb. And that's just bad business. Anybody that's telling you to do that, they're not doing business the way that the billionaires are doing it. And you feel me? At the end of the day, I'm like, look, bro, that should be the top tier goal. You feel me? You can have little milestone goals in between, but shit, you want to be doing it the way that they doing it. So, you know, I think this we've yet to get on the topic, but again, when the conversation is so organic, you don't really even need to introduce different topics and shit. But it's just funny how things play out. One of the first topics that I wanted to talk about was NFTs, right? So NFTs, for anybody listening, I'll just give you a quick tutorial as to what it is, right? So NFT is a non-fungible token, right? It's something that is being used now. It's a lot like cryptocurrency, right? And this is from NPR, so I'm gonna give you a little summary of how they summarize it. The non-fungible meaning you can't exchange it for another thing of equal value. So a $10 bill can be exchanged for two $5 bills because that still equals 10, right? Mm-hmm. One bar of gold can be exchanged for another bar of gold because it's the same things. Those things are fungible, right? An NFT, though, is a kind of token, which refers to a unit or currency for a blockchain. It's how things like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is bought and sold. So essentially, an NFT is something that when you buy it, that value, because it is now added to the NFT, which is all online, right? Mm-hmm. Its value is now cemented. It cannot be exchanged for something similar. So say like the Jays that, you know, like when motherfuckers used to line up, you know, every Saturday, right? You line up for those specific Jays because they were doing limited runs of those shoes, right? Well, that shoe, you would buy that shoe, say for $200, right? You're gonna buy the shoe for $200. You're not gonna sell that shoe for $200, right? If you go into the store and you buy 5 pairs of that shoe, you're going to resell it for a value more than that $200, right? So essentially, that's what the NFT is only like the ticket that they used to hand out, right? It's basically saying that this item was one of those limited items that you can only get from here, and therefore its value is going to be more than what it was originally priced as. So the question that I wanted to propose to you and to the listeners to think about is, for you, because now you are selling clothing, but you've always been an artist, you know. So will you be looking into selling your art on NFTs? Because you can do it for music as well. The same, similar to the way that remember when Nip put out like the 1,000 CDs, right? And they was all the mailbox money ones though. You feel me?
Yeah. Wasn't it like $1,000 album or some shit like
that?
Right.
Right. Like he had, I think it was like it was only a certain amount that actually had the $1,000 tag on it, but the other ones was like 100, right? So essentially, that is what you would be doing with your artwork or with your music through an NFT. You would be placing that flat rate on it from the jump, but essentially that rate will never go lower because it's meant to be a collectible item. You feel me? The same with the what's the Funko Pops, all that shit, right? Like NFT is just a virtual version for collectors and art dealers and shit like that. So brother to brother, will you be looking to sell your art through NFTs? Or do you have any thoughts on it?
I mean, before you brought it up, I didn't even know what the fuck it was. So then I got on the link you sent me and did a little research on it of my own. And I mean, I would have to do more research on it before I like just submitted anything, or however, because I don't even know how you go about, you know what I'm saying, submitting something for that. So, but like, yeah, I had a song that went on the radio. You feel me? So it's like my first song that ever went on the radio.
Imagine if you added that to an NFT.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It just makes me think of shit like that. Like, all right, well, hold on. But like I said, I have to do more information on it. I know there was a video on that link where a girl had some digital art that was sitting around, and someone bought it for like bought it and gave her like 2 unit shares of this virtual currency called Ithera or some shit like that. And that shit was marked at, or it was worth $3,200 and something dollars. The bitch made $3,200 off some shit she just had. Yeah, just, you know what I'm saying, sitting on one of her digital sites. So yeah, I mean, fuck it. I try it, but I have to do more. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. All this cryptocurrency, everybody who's hitting on it right now, and if you're benefiting from it, cool. Like that's awesome for you. You feel me? My whole thing with that shit is it's virtual. It's almost like black market. You feel me? Because you don't ever really know where anything's going. You're trading shit. You don't really ever have it. It's not tangible. So if that shit was just the one day just fall off the face of the earth, or just say it was fun while it lasted, but thanks for all y'all meant. You know what I'm saying? Like what are you going? What the fuck are you gonna do? You feel me? And that's what always makes me so skeptical about buying into shit like that. Not to say I can afford a fucking Bitcoin right now, but like it makes me skeptical about those things. But like I said, it could be great right now, but what happens when that shit just flatlines? Because you only know so much about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like
I think that's you know, that's why a lot of the founders of cryptocurrency pushed early to get that revenue looked at as you know, like a legitimate source of income, right? or a legitimate source of finance, should I say, not income. But because yeah, a lot of people are, I ain't gonna say were skeptical in terms of using cryptocurrency because you don't know which one to use, right? Like if I said, hey, you should buy some stock, right? There's dozens of reputable, apps. We just talking about apps that you could sign up for right now and be okay with giving them your money to purchase stock on your behalf, right? Well, now there are dozens of reputable cryptocurrency, apps and websites that you can transfer funds from, from a bank account or whatever to the cryptocurrency database or whatever, and now you have your first entry into cryptocurrency, right? It was something that was scary because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was the same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was very much so the same way. And it was a lot to do with just not knowing because it's a lot. I don't care. Even when people be trying to explain it to me or when I hear people, I'll be like, there's a lot of shit that I still don't get. You feel me? Yeah. But I'm also willing to learn, and take the time to actually go up. Okay, what you say that shit 5 more times to me, because at the end of the day, I do want to be on the forefront of a lot of this shit, bro. I don't want to be left behind when it comes to any of these technological advances, bro. Yeah. You feel me? Like, because I see how it changes people's lives, overnight. We go from, think about it, bro. We went from MySpace. We went from, me and you, we went from doing shows, physical shows, to people now having performances virtually. You know what I'm saying? Over a 15-year span, bro. No, you always had to do shows physically. Now there are virtual concerts, So I always look at things like that and say, man, the world is going to continue to change. It's going to continue to move. And yes, much like you said, there's a lot of people that will place value on things that you might not even triple of. Like, yeah, the chick, she got some digital art just sitting around, and it's some, some collector somewhere that's like, oh my God, this is the most amazing piece that I've ever seen. I'll give you X amount of dollars for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now for her, she's like, okay, go ahead. Yeah, you can have an original copy of this. I do want to say before we move on for this, because the NFTs is a very complex topic. I would be lying to you if I said I was completely, formal with it, because I'm not. But I will say this, where it helps a lot of the creators and artists is that when JG puts up a song, an original song, if he makes a song tonight and he puts that song up, right, in an NFT blockchain, it is essentially like minting his song. That song has now been stamped. It has now been copywritten. JG can garner revenue every time that song now exchanges hands, right? So when somebody else, if you put that shit up, it's up, and then somebody buys it from you, it is still yours. You own, you feel me? You own the song, right? But now let's say that person takes the song because they bought it from you for $200, and then they keep it for the next 10 years, and then in 10 years they sell that shit for 20,000. You feel me? You then get a percentage of that profit from the NFT. That's how NFTs are set up, right? So that's a big thing that artists and creators are looking to be thankful for with these NFTs. So yeah, man. But it's a lot.
Shit, the way that shit set up, that shit could change distribution deals. Cause then it's like shit. If I just put all my shit up for NFTs, nigga, what do I need to distribute it for? People are looking for this.
You get it, bro. I think you get it. I think you would need somebody that's a lot more versed than me to completely explain it to you. But you get it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's essentially what. Yes, you could do that. Yeah. If JG only put out, again, 100 of these copies of this song, and then charged X amount of dollars for that, if he charges that money for that, now only those 100 people have a copy of the song. Sure, you can try to bootleg it or whatever, but it won't be a minted copy from JG. You feel me? And you can always add things that go along with the minted copy, from an NFT. So whether that be merchandise or, free tickets to the next show, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is, bro. Seem like you hit that shit on the head. Okay, bro. We gonna where you want to go now, man? We have we got the NFL, we got the patient spitting on the black woman. We got we
could do that shit.
Patient.
Yeah, we could do that one.
Okay. So recently
I got this long ass nose hair that's like,
nigga, pluck it, nigga.
It's like curled back and it keep tickling my nose. That's why it look like I keep picking my damn nose. This motherfucking nose hair driving me crazy.
Yeah, they gonna be like, oh, this nigga all in his shit.
He all in his shit. Give a fuck. Y'all some goddamn lies if y'all say I don't pick your motherfucking nose. You got it.
Okay.
Motherfuckers be in the house by themselves picking their nose, still looking like, hold on.
Still looking around with her ear. Yeah, nigga, if you don't go blow your damn nose, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'll tell you this much, bro. My daughter Luna, nigga, she got no care. She'll be in her shit. She'll look at you.
And look at you. I was gonna say, I bet.
Nigga, what you finna say? It's my nose.
It was bothering me. I got it out. Leave me alone.
My nose. Now she very particular. She gonna ask for a tissue. Like, nah, I need a tissue, Daddy. Let me get a tissue after. Nigga, get your booger away from me. Okay, so a few weeks ago, a video surfaced of an elderly white woman spitting on a black care worker. It received a lot of backlash after that. After the original video surfaced, later on, another video with the same two people surfaced. And they were dancing. The black lady received a lot of criticism. Brother to brother, why do you feel people need to voice their opinions on how somebody else handles a situation? Can I throw another one in there as well? Because this happened a little bit more recently. Before you answer that one,
yeah, just to update that one though.
Yeah,
social media fucked up, and I guess the prior video, or the video that was shown after was actually before she got spit on. Yeah, so them being all nice and shit was before.
Before that happened.
But it was shown or seen the other way around.
Okay. Yeah. Again, another one I'll throw in there for you is the video that happened with Cam Newton recently.
Where
the young man was extremely disrespectful to Cam. Cam handled himself as a man and as a professional athlete. But again, bro, what is your thoughts on people always feeling the need to voice their opinion on how others handle a particular situation, how they actually go about conflict resolve?
The only part that bothers me about it right? Is in which the platform that it is. Because for me, right, I strongly believe it takes a village to raise a child. I was raised on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Not to say like the neighbors was able to whoop my ass, but if they see me doing wrong, they could walk me back down to the house to the front door, and my aunt or my mom or whoever was there was not going to have a problem with this adult. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that the child was properly disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Or properly shit was being taken care of. You feel me? So whereas now, every opinion that someone has, they have this platform, which is social media, and they feel the need to voice that shit because they can, right? Which in reality, you wouldn't do that in person. You wouldn't say these rude, nasty ass comments. I know it because 70% of y'all, because there's a lot of people out there that don't care, but I'm gonna say 70% of y'all don't like conflict. It's like in human DNA to not. Most of us don't like conflict, whether it's conversation, physical, whatever it is. Most of us try to avoid that shit as much as we can. But social media has given people this suit of armor, so it's like, well, shit, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say right now, and I won't be touched. All that's gonna happen is they're just gonna type back at me. You know what I'm saying? I might get some more followers. Like, there's so much shit that comes with social media to where you wouldn't say that shit to Cam Newton. That dumb shit that you commented, you wouldn't say that to Cam Face in front of that child. In that same situation, you wouldn't say none of this dumb shit you saying right now. And all this dumb shit you saying about this black woman, and it was cold because a lot of it was from black folks. So it was like, we always on this rah-rah stick together shit, but it's like, you're dumb for staying at the job. How you know she don't got, like, how you know she doesn't have shit to take care of? And because of that stupid ass pride that y'all want her to have, you want her to walk away from some shit and talk about go find another job. You can get another job. What happens if she don't? Because y'all talking about a bunch of you can. What happens if it don't work like that? What happens if she walks away from this job because she feels like it's right in her heart to do so, and then she don't get another job? Then what? Then she got to apply for unemployment and hope that shit go through because of unemployment's all types of fucked up right now. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody has the answer. But if you were in that situation, or if you were next to these people, you wouldn't speak the way you speak when you type, nigga. None of that, all that energy you have, you wouldn't have in real life. And I know this because I like conflict. Like I'm all for it. You want to be rah-rah? I'm gonna see how rah-rah you is. I didn't even pull over, Shu. I was in the not even a carpool lane. It was the lane that you got to stop at, the merge lane. I'm merging. It's a stoplight. I had a motherfucker honking behind me. I parked my car, got out the motherfucking car. This nigga drove off the side of the road because he didn't even know what I was gonna do. We might have just was gonna have a conversation. He didn't want no part of that. Y'all don't want conflict. Y'all don't want it to be like that. Not in real life. In the social world, it's whatever. You feel me? And that's why I feel like everybody feels like they need to say something because there's no backlash from you. You feel me? There's nothing that's gonna happen. So as if you were in that same person's face, you feel me? The same black woman that got spit on, the nasty ass comments you just said about her and her life. How you know she wouldn't spit on you if you was right there? Like, bro, that shit be blowing my mind and bothers me to the fullest. You feel me? Because you know, Shu, you know how I get down. You know what I'm saying? So the CP, it's like that shit is just weird. Like, this person y'all see on camera is the same person I am in real life. Everywhere that I go, everywhere that I act the complete same way. If it's some shit that I feel passionate about, I get as loud as I just got in public. Like, I don't give no fucks. I'm with all of the activities. It's whatever motherfuckers want to do. You feel me? But I'm not going for the social media tough guy. You feel me? I'm not going for the nigga who's tough in his car. Same shit. It's the same thing. You got the shield armor. You're in your vehicle, so you feel safe. You feel me? You're not the same person outside of that car when you have to stand shoulder to shoulder with a motherfucker who feel like he ain't got nothing to lose. Fuck it. We here. You done got me to this point. You feel me? You done got me to this point. You feel me? So now it's on you. What do you really want to do? Because I'm ready to go there.
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel like this. A lot of people have been absolutely empowered by the the shield of it's online. You know what I'm saying? Much like you said, a lot of people aren't wired to actually go towards conflict. Like there's an actual study on this done by um I forget the universe. I mean, I'm sure it's been done before, but it's the fight or flight reflex. Only a certain percentage of humans actually have the fight uh, reflex embedded in their genes, right? Um, Most humans uh, have the flight reflex, which is when they get into some type of conflict, they usually want to veer away from it as much as possible. Um, I've always said, all of my brothers know I have one saying when we go out, and if it's some funk, I always say, "Hey, bruh, just tell me, just tell me." You feel me? Because I don't care. Again, I'm one of those people where, okay, this is where we're at. This is what we got to do. All right, then let's get it done and let's get the fuck up out of here. You feel me? But I always tell the bros, look, man, just let me know. Just let me know before you throw that first punch. Tell me, hey, bro, I'm finna beat this nigga ass, right? Just let me know. Now I know that's an extreme, but and it veers off what we're saying. So in terms of uh how people respond online, bro, yeah, they're hiding behind the shield of the internet. Even putting your face towards something. One of the reasons why me and JG wanted to make sure that for season 2 the video was right, because we wanted you to see the people who were saying the things that we're saying. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to just be the voice in your phone, the voice in your, the voice in your headset, the voice on your TV, wherever you're listening to it. It was like, no, we want to make sure that the people visually see who is talking, who they're going to support, or who they choose to disagree with, right? I'm willing to stand on anything that I done said and anything that I done done anytime. A lot of people know, no, brother, they are not willing to do that. Speaking for those two scenarios, I want to take it a little deeper. I think to dive deeper into the topic is to not only look at her financial responsibilities, but think about what prompts a person to do the work that they do, right? Like I worked with the elderly before, you feel me? I worked with the elderly before. I worked in with the mentally disabled before. I worked in psychiatrics before. Um, it takes a certain type of person to work there, and usually what drives them to do so, truth be told, is an admirable quality. You know what I mean? I don't know the woman personally, so I can't speak to her specific reasoning for continuing the work that she does. But I can tell you this: it's something to give back to those that were here long before you. It's something to go into a senior facility and to have these pieces of history show you love, because that's what they are. You feel me? Now, of course, again, I worked in psychiatry before. I worked with the mentally disabled before. So sometimes you have situations where people get a little aggressive, a little out of pocket. You know what I mean? And in her case, for whatever reason, this is what happened, with the black orderly, and then or the black nurse. I'm not sure what her title was, and then the white patient, right, or client. But it does happen, But again, you not knowing a person's motivation for doing the work that they do should give people a little bit of a reservation before they speak out, you know, because you don't know. She might be doing this because a elder in her family introduced her to this specific facility. Maybe they passed there. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know what prompts a person to do the work that they do. Maybe she saw somebody in her family be a caregiver before, and so she decided to do so. And when you decide to, you know, to take that responsibility on, you don't worry about, oh shit, somebody, you know, spit on me or something like that. That's prideful thinking. You feel me? You look at it as, I'm here to do a service, so let me do this service. You know what I mean? And how a person handles that confrontation with a patient that they're caring for, you know, it's their prerogative within the law. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it like this: we've seen videos where elderly people are getting their ass beat by orderlies.
Yeah.
For nothing. You feel me? For absolutely nothing. So if you kill an individual for having some type of understanding with this woman who spit on her, or you know, just not lashing out, because it's like that, bro. I've been in situations with clients where they're great 1 minute. I mean, great. They're laughing, they're joking with you and playing. And then the next minute, they like, get the fuck out of my apartment. Why are you here? I don't need you to be doing anything for it happens. You know what I'm saying? And so it's important for people to understand what motivates us to do the job that we actually do. You know, same with Cam. People was killing Cam because they was like, man, I would have if this little motherfucker. And it's like, bro, that's Cam Newton. This kid hopes that he gets to the point that Cam is at in his career. You could sit back and I'm gonna tell you another thing, just to show the boy's understanding of wealth or understanding of the NFL. It shows not because of his age, but because of what's being taught to him. For you to think that a man with in free agency means that they're a wash or they're a bum or they're broke. No, no. Do you not realize that there was no free agency before at one point where you could not choose where you got to play? You were drafted or you were traded, and that was all you could do. Where you could only re-sign with the team that you were with, right? So even that aspect, you feel me? He didn't fully understand. And I think it was great on Cam's part, what he did in terms of trying to school the young man and let him know, look, man, this ain't about you. It's about the team. And I'm set. I'm set. That's what you feel me? That's
the only thing I didn't like about that situation was how the video that came out first, the Cam. And yes. I'm glad that he went and posted his video and said in his caption.
But again, that shows
you what they didn't show you. And you feel me? And it shows him asking the boy before they even got further in that, where's your father at? And and it wasn't in a tone where like he was trying to tell the kid he didn't have a dad and then like that. He's like, I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
do this with you. Where's your pops at though? You feel me?
We can have that conversation.
I would love to have a conversation with him. You feel me? Like I'm not finna go there with you. You feel me?
Yep.
Call me, bro. Call me all that. Where's your father at? Where's your father at? You feel me? And I'm glad he even reacted the way he reacted. You feel me? Because I feel like he's an athlete who gets a lot of backlash for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? And not enough praise for I think a lot of shit that he's doing. If you actually go and look up on that story, you know what I'm saying? He actually has a 7-on-7 football academy or a team that actually is really, really good and gives kids a platform. You feel me? That
an opportunity.
You feel me? So it's like, come on.
Yeah, I will say crazy. This too. I think because the turnaround from the first video to the second video was so fast.
Yes,
it didn't give the media a chance to try to pin it on Cam. Oh, this is your fault. You don't.
Yeah.
No.
I'm glad he was, like I said, I'm glad he responded in the manner he did, because I seen the first video.
He had that video on the clip.
He was ready. He was like, "Oh, we got we learned. We got a video team around at all times recording everything. Go ahead and post this up. You feel me?" And it just goes to show you how crazy technology is, bro. I've literally seen cameras before. Dude showed me he could upload a video straight to Instagram from his camera. From his fucking camera. He could upload the video as long as he had Wi-Fi, so he carried a mobile Wi-Fi with him, and he could upload that shit straight to Instagram from his camera. So yeah, these niggas they're not playing with y'all. Stop trying to throw dirt on niggas, man. Show the whole shit. You gonna show part of it? Show the whole thing.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Show the whole thing, man.
Or make sure your caption is right, because that's where a lot of y'all be fucking up. Is y'all have a video, right? Because not to even say the video or the angle that they had was bad, but you catch the tail end of some shit, or you catch the part that you catch, and then it's what y'all say in the caption. Because I'm gonna be real with y'all, a lot of y'all so fucking dumb and don't realize this part, right? Y'all look at Bleacher Report or World Star, wherever they go. These videos are being sent to them. World Star's not there. Bleacher Report, they might be there, but they probably didn't catch that video themselves. You feel me? That's why there's that little tag, the credit to.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they talking about half the time, because this shit is getting sent to. It's third party information, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but y'all dumb. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Social media is law, so I understand to an extent. You feel me? But yeah, bro, that shit. Man, next topic, bro. Next topic. I'm tired of
sticking with the NFL just a tad bit, so we can move into our sports. Mental health has been at the forefront of a lot of town halls and conversations inside the home. I would say probably over the past maybe 4 years. It's certainly gotten a light that it never had when we were a lot younger. Not to say that we old, because we're not, but you know what I'm saying? But because of that, you're starting to see a lot of athletes speak out in terms of, their overall mental health and just what they go through because of the workload, because of the overall scrutiny that comes their way when they don't perform. So brother to brother, do you think the NFL should introduce mental health tests on players at the draft, or even do a deeper dive into people's psyche, before players are drafted? I know that they have general meetings with players now, but they're certainly not restricted only to say psychologists, right? They'll have mental evaluations done the same way that a fucking counselor at your high school could do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, your thoughts?
Me personally, and it sounds fucked up, right? Because we're like, well, why are we just targeting the NFL? Well, the biggest reason is because it's such a violent sport, and when you're in a violent sport like that, and I just feel like, bro, I'm gonna be real. I feel like it takes a certain individual to play football. And that individual has to be somewhat of a rugged, roughneck, muff, someone who likes physicality. Prime example, me.
Depending on the position.
Yeah, but if you don't want to have contact, you better play kicker. Because other than that, every position gets touched. Unless you're the quarterback, I guess you don't get tackled in practice. Yeah, QB. Okay. How many of us get to play quarterback though? You feel what I'm saying? So like, if you want to play football, you have to be okay with contact. Me, I was a 3-sport athlete. Football was not one of them because I didn't fuck with contact. It wasn't because I wasn't good enough. I didn't like getting hit. I'm a little nigga. Don't hit me. Don't do that. No. You feel me? So I feel like it takes a level of, I guess, resistance, physicality, and nigga, violence, to just be okay with the sport. You feel me? Especially when you do it over a prolonged amount of time. So by the time you get to the pro level, right, and and this is why I think it's important to do this shit, because you don't know how much trauma on top of the sport this person has endured to where they're about to be a highly paid athlete. And we all know as people, as unfortunate as it is, the more money people tend to touch, the more untouchable people tend to feel. You start doing things out of what you've normally been able to do. It starts to make you feel like, I guess, somebody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel like, yes, they should have if they are already doing it, I feel like it should be a deeper dive. Just for the protection of not just the athletes, but everybody who's affected by it. I mean, as unfortunate as it is, and I hate to bring him up, you feel me? But Ray Rice kind of put the spotlight on this shit. But I also feel like he put a spotlight on it, and the NFL has done very little to really do anything about this shit. Like,
the NFL still doesn't, they still don't fully acknowledge CTE.
How do you ban? I know, yeah, they won't take accountability for that shit at all. So that tells you a lot about it right there. You feel me? But how do you suspend or ban Ray Rice for life from the NFL, right? Actually, no, did he get reinstated? I think he did end up getting reinstated, but it was by the time it was like 6 years removed from his career, and it was like, who gonna sign Ray Rice? Like, y'all didn't do that shit to Kareem Hunt, and y'all got him on video. Y'all didn't do nothing to the Chia, and he had this voice recordings of him threatening his woman, and yeah, that child better be afraid of me. If I ever catch myself, like, it's one thing for me to say that about my dog. Yeah, that dog better fear me.
Gotta be a pack leader.
You better never say that about your child, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if they do, that should be something. It's because they know how you move, not because you actually beat the shit out your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was weird to me, and nothing was really done. It was investigated, nothing really done. Kareem Hunt signed with another team. He's playing football again. So it's just one of these things like, all right, if y'all not gonna do anything when this shit's happening, why don't we do something to make it not happen? I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? Or get it at the root. Like, all right, let's get it right here. We're gonna check you at the door. You know what I'm saying? And if make it be strict. And if you don't pass these guidelines right here, if you answer these questions right here, if you have any characteristics of a sociopath, a fucking psychopath, any of these type of things, if it's borderline, no, nigga, you can't play this sport. You can't play here. I'm sorry, because it's a track record, right? Bro. The NFL's file is like, it's got to be like, bro, like, y'all just got all type of shit that y'all just allow and it's cool with. Like, my mom, shouts out to mom, she told me she used to party with Janikowski when he played for the Oakland Raiders before Saturday nights before they played on Sunday, nigga, in the club. Party, Thiz pills, like, is y'all drug testing? What is y'all? Because you know he doing shit. Big Russian nigga. Like, bro, you feel me? Shit. Come on, bro. Like, and it should be like, oh yeah, the whole Raiders team would be in there. They just be partying. I'm like, on Saturday night, like, they play the next day. You know, so I can just imagine what the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, yes, I think the psych evaluation should be up there. It should be ramped up. Check them at the door. Make sure motherfuckers is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think it should be a deeper psych eval. Again, I know they do behavioral evaluations, but again, it's very general.
Brother, they're more likely to look up if you're a racist than if you're like a rapist or, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
or a fucking, like, they'll dig up old tweets.
Sure.
They'll dig up old tweets about, you know what I'm saying, or why'd you say this back in 2008? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what that has to do with, I mean, we know it's the money aspect of it. They're like, look, as long as these motherfuckers is out here making us money, we don't give a fuck, right? But in terms of the specific question, which is, should there be? Yeah, there should be a heightened level of mental health resources for these players, right? Because even after the initial evaluation, right, people's careers go up and down, and that affects their mental health. If you come out a first round draft pick and then you get hurt and you don't play until maybe your 4th year, and by then they've already traded you because you've been hurt for so long, that can do something to you. You feel me? Because your expectation is, your expectations have now changed. You know what I'm saying? Your livelihood has changed. Yes, you might be having money, but at the same time, you like, damn, I can't enjoy it because I don't even know if I'm gonna be here long enough to enjoy it. I don't know how much this team is going to believe in me, you know, to keep me around to be able to purchase homes in this city. You know, so there should be resources throughout the season that deal with, you know, the strain on those players' mental health. You know, I'm a person of extreme mental fortitude. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say it like this, right? I had to do a MRI, right? I had to do an MRI because I'm finna get surgery on my back, right? So I had to do MRI, and you got to stay in the machine, you feel me, for some time, right? It's a small ass machine. I ain't no small nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's a small machine, lots of noises and shit going through. Man, I'm in there chilling like I'm in the bed. When I come out, the guy like, hey, whatever you in there doing, continue to do. We only got like 6 minutes left. It's supposed to be like an hour. I'm so calm and still and everything. He gets it done in like 25 minutes. He like, yo, whatever you was in there doing was perfect. I wish everybody could do, you feel me, their stuff like you. And he was like, you know, what was you thinking about? And I'm like, because it feels like a little coffin, bro. You in there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I couldn't do that shit, bro. I'd be like, y'all better figure this shit out some other way to do this shit, bro. I'm laying in this motherfucker, bro. You got me fucked up.
So, but listen, right? I'm in there, and I'm going to be real with you, bro. I'm not in there doing much of anything. I'm not in there thinking about nothing other than the fact that, damn, these noises is hella pointless. Why they got all these noises in this machine? It shouldn't make this much noise to be doing what it's doing on the computer. Nigga, you telling me you can't get no quiet machine? That's what I'm thinking about, right? But, you know, but I say that to say, like, you know, as somebody of extreme mental fortitude, I can be put in stressful situations and stressful environments, and it don't bug me that much. But I know that everybody is not like that. And so because everybody is not like that, I do feel like there should be a resource for people who need to alleviate that stress, you feel me, just by getting it out, just by venting. We talk about it all the time, you know, with the bros, like, yo, it's okay to vent to us, you feel me? Let that shit out. Because when you let it out, then it's like a restart button, you feel me? You vent and then you back to it, you know. It's okay to get in a position where they have, you know, psych evals. Okay, boom, cool. But then let's talk about the week or every 2 weeks you got to go talk to a therapist. What's wrong with that? I don't see nothing wrong with that. You feel me? I honestly think it would be helping them players, you know. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, y'all all standing outside of a one person spotlight. No, bro. Y'all all have the ability to go find your own therapist, and we, you know, we make it a requirement that you go see them. You know what I'm saying? That you
could bring them in. We make sure that they are brought into your facilities.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? The shit is recorded, and we have it on file. They have it on their file. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because there are many sports therapists out there now, you know what I'm saying, who help these guys. The pressure to be great is a motherfucker. And
I can only imagine.
I'll say this one last thing. I'll leave it at that. The perception when it comes to football, I played football. That was my dominant sport, right? I played football. I remember having, people look at you a certain way because you're a football player. They look at you like, oh, you're a fucking meathead, right? Always. Like, and that's not, you can ask anybody. What's your, yeah, they look at you like, oh, yeah, you big and strong, but they also look at you like, oh, nah, you're a dumb fuck. We had two-a-days, right? For anybody who don't know what two-a-days is, you got to practice 2 times a day, usually for like a week, maybe 2, depending on, depending on the coaching staff. We had two-a-days. This is when I moved from Fairfield from San Francisco to Fairfield. We had two-a-days. Well, our two-a-days was you had to come in at 7 in the morning. You had to do, the first workout, which ran for about an hour and a half, and then you come back after school and do the second practice. Well, I told the coach, yo, can't do two-a-days. Can't do the morning workout. Like, why you can't do the morning workout? Because I was in the IB program, International Baccalaureate program, right? Which, for anybody who doesn't know, in school you have like levels. So you got, let's say it could be English or math, whatever. The IB program is a program that puts you on track to go to college, right? You have advanced courses, you have honors classes, and then you got IB. So if you're in IB, you're the top students in the school, you feel me, in terms of education. I was in IB. They didn't even know that. So they looking at me, they like, wait a minute, what does that mean? I said, my classes don't start at 8 a.m. with everybody else's classes. Yeah. My classes start at 7. When you want to work out, yeah, I have to already be in class. You feel me? I have to already be in class because I'm able to get out early because of this program. You feel me? I can go to my first IB course in the morning and be done with class by lunch. You know what I'm saying? And just the initial reaction was like, so you're not going to go to practice? I'm like, give a fuck about fucking practice? No, I'm going to class. Like, yeah, nigga, what are we talking about? And this is the reaction from coaches, bro. This is the reaction from coaches that, that I would receive. So, you know what I'm saying? That's on a smaller level than the NFL, but you're talking about if those coaches didn't give a fuck in high school and college, they don't give a fuck in the league when you're making the most money. They like, because now you have more than just the coaches who care about the success of the team. Now you got owners, shareholders who only want to see the team do well and make money. And how do you do that? By getting players who can fucking play out there. And sometimes them niggas a little crazy. So, so you know what I'm saying? So to end it, yeah, bro, I'm in agreement with you. Get these guys some more mental health tools, bro, because it really is sad what's going on. The fact that the league can't even acknowledge that they're doing damage to people's brains is mind-boggling to me. I mean, it really is. Okay, keeping on the sports tip, bro. We just had the All-Star game this evening. Likes, dislikes, brother to brother, how you feeling about the All-Star game, man?
I like the new All-Star game. I wish it was more competitive this year, but it just goes to show that KD's a bitch and he don't know how to draft.
God damn, man. Every time. Huh? Listen.
Did I say something?
Every time you got to throw a shot at me. Just go ahead.
I just said that KD a bitch and he don't know how to draft a team. That's all I said. Damn, they lost. Shit, it's not my fault. The nigga a bitch. Nah, but the game is good. I like the new change. I like how it goes. The fucking dunk contest in the middle of the game, though.
Terrible.
Miss me with that shit.
Terrible.
Hey, NBA, come up with a new challenge or something. Like, have like a slam ball game or something. You remember slam ball?
Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you, and not to cut you off.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on have a dunk contest, right? But pick the dunks that the dunkers got to do. How about we do that? How about we pick what
and whoever can complete them, I guess, would be
correct.
The winner.
Like a game of horse, right?
That could be hard. Or like I was saying earlier, in our chat, man, we could let social media decide. You feel me? As much as I hate
as judging, yes.
I feel like as judges, because the judges is what sucks about the dunk contest. Let's be real. It wasn't even that the dunks were bad. I was just very discouraged watching it when Cassius Stanley, whatever his name is,
he had the best dunk of the night.
The best dunk of the night and got the lowest score of the evening. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm over these judges. The judges ain't it for me, dog. Do away with the judges. Let social media decide, or that ain't bad, bro. Decide what dunks have to do. But I didn't watch the skills challenge. I never really do. I don't care about it. 3-point contest. I mean, I looked at it this year and was like, who the fuck was Jason Tatum? And was it Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Conley, I mean, it was tight to see Conley actually, you know what I'm saying, go down to the wire with Steph. Because I actually think it's tight to even see Conley in an All-Star game. You feel me? So that was tight. But Donovan Mitchell didn't want to see you in the 3-point contest, bro. Not to say you can't shoot. That's not who I want to see in the contest. So yeah, 3-point contest was whatever. Dunk contest, All-Star game, cool. You feel me? I don't watch the World versus the up and coming.
I don't think they had that this year.
They didn't? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think they had.
I don't watch that shit. I
think the only thing that they had, which was yesterday, I believe, was like a celebrity 2-on-2, where it was like 2 Chainz versus 2 Chainz.
Yeah,
and
I heard about it. I didn't tune in. I wasn't tuning in for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, but I really, at this point.
Did you like the incorporating of the social media stars, like the young boys, RDC World? They were all over that. They were hosting. They were in like another shootout competition or something like that. I didn't watch it, but
I don't care. I don't care enough about them or they following to care about who hosting the shit. I'm gonna be real with you. At this point, I feel like I'm only watching All-Star Weekend because they named the trophy after my man Kobe Bryant. You feel me? Rest in peace to the legend himself. So at this point, yeah, bro, I'm just waiting. I watch it to watch the All-Star game so I can see who's hosting that Kobe trophy every year, man. Because this shit is the game is more entertaining. That I won't take away from NBA. They're doing a great job with the you feel me, with the All-Star game itself. But All-Star Weekend, it needs some life given to it, because that shit ain't it.
Well,
I mean, I was more excited about Blake Griffin jumping over the front bumper of a fucking Kia, nigga, than what I seen tonight, bro.
I don't even think Blake has had a dunk this year still.
Bruh, he just
that's a real stat, bruh. I don't think he's had a dunk yet this year.
He don't dunk no more. That nigga shoot 3-pointers.
Yeah, he said my knees is bad.
That ugly ass shot. That nigga shoot like.
Hey, he be hitting them little motherfucking corner threes.
He do, but then that shit ugly.
He be hitting them corner threes. Listen, you talking about him now. I saw some rumbling online saying where he finna go.
He signed to Brooklyn.
He signed to Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't see him sign to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I seen him talking about it.
Nah, he signed to Brooklyn.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
He called me. He told me, he was like, yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? I just got to inform you.
I didn't
Blake
have no
was like,
clue
look,
about
Blake
that.
called me. He was like, look, bro. He was like, look, bro.
Look, sir.
Like, check this out.
Look, sir. I don't
like,
know anything about that.
He was like, I know I'm joining. He was like, I know I'm joining that bitch ass nigga. And he was like, I just need you to know that why I'm doing this. All right, and it's because I like Kyrie. It ain't got nothing to do with the other one. You feel me? So I just don't want you calling me no bitch ass nigga when I'm on the floor. You feel me? And when you talking to your bros. So I just need to call you and let you know. And I was like, all right, Blake, it's good. You feel me?
I'm gonna keep it real. He should have, if he wanted a real shot at
should have went to the Lakers, man.
He should have went to the Lakers, and not because, you feel me, I'm a Lakers fan, because I don't care about the Lakers, but I think that adding somebody in the midst of
AD
not being there, and somebody that you can really look at and say, no, he can be you feel me? He can be a number 2 for now. You feel me? Like, because Blake, don't anybody that,
or even a number 3, because let's be real, Schroeder is balling right now.
No,
Schroeder is balling.
He can be a number 3. And I'm saying a number 3 nigga when AD get back. I ain't saying a number 3, you feel me, because Schroeder is there, but I just know how Brown like to play. So I'm like, if he was to be with the Lakers, he would have automatically been a number 2. And that would have been the better fit for him. The adding athleticism to that team until they add defensive players, you don't want to hear shit. I don't give a fuck about your athleticism at all. Your athleticism ain't gonna mean shit when it's time for the clamps. You feel me? Like, and if you can't stop nobody, you can try to score as much as you want. But nigga, in the playoffs, the game slows down. Teams are defensively better. It just happens. Like, so for me, him signing there, that wouldn't have been my choice. You feel me? In terms of advising him. The All-Star game was hurt this year because we know COVID. So much like
fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, much like the rest of the year, man. And this past year, you know, COVID did its thing to mess up a lot of that. And I don't say that as just dismissing COVID and what it's done to, you know, to our society. But the All-Star game suffered from that. I think next year it'll look and feel a whole lot better. That whole dunk contest at the half, that shit is out. Much like you said, I did like that idea in terms of getting the social media to actually be the judges of the dunk contest. The only thing that I would say that will happen with that is the minute you get a big name to do it, that person's going to win. And
but see, that would force I'm glad you said that though, because that would force the NBA back to not forcing, but pushing names to actually do it. Because imagine this, right?
Yeah.
Imagine this. Just for instance, social media is going to be the judges. Cool. This is who I'm bringing to my dunk contest. Zion. I'm asking you every day up until the All-Star break. Yeah. Will you do the dunk contest? Will you do the dunk contest? I'm asking Zach LaVine, come back.
Yeah, come on, Zach. Doing it.
I know he won't, but that's what I'm saying though. And then you let them, but see why is Zach not coming back? Because he doesn't fuck with the judging. Him and Aaron Gordon both said it.
No, bro. Aaron Gordon said it because yes, he could feel like, bro, like he can feel like he got robbed. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. He only won one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I
don't even think he won the one, bro. When him and Zach was done, I don't think he won, bro.
Yeah, and that's my point. You feel me? I don't think he beat Zach. I don't think he beat Zach. But again, he can feel like that because he feel like he got robbed. Zach feels like I've elevated past that. I understand Zach's position. Cause he like, nah, bro. I don't want to be known as the dunker, bro. He said it. Like, bro, like I'm trying to, you feel me?
And you can still do that. And you're doing it now.
And I'm trying
and you're doing it with your level of play, but that don't take away from you. That's like me being the best singer ever, bro. And me being like, I'm just not gonna sing because I want people to know that I paint better. Nigga, you could be the greatest painter you want to be, but if you know how to do, you better fucking do that shit. Like what?
Maxwell don't be putting out albums like that. So,
but he did though. But he did.
I'm just saying.
And you remember all the songs. Hold on, and you remember all of them, right?
Absolutely.
And you remember all the songs.
Nigga voice sound like heaven. Nigga.
I was gonna say, you put anything on, you like, you know. That's what I'm saying. It ain't gotta be come on, bro. You only did it twice. You did one more time.
Nah, he ain't.
But I'm so okay. So look, this is me.
They'd be better getting Aaron Gordon.
You know what? Matter of fact, bam. This way, social media, they be like, all right, even playing field. I'm bringing back the past. Besides this year, because this year is trash. Yeah. I'm bringing back past champions. Only past champions.
I'm gonna throw a good one at you.
I'm
gonna throw a good one at you. Why don't we get street dunkers to go against the NBA dunkers?
I don't want to see that shit.
Why you don't want to see that? You don't want to see a team of street dunkers going against NBA dunkers?
No, because that shit ain't fair.
How is that not fair?
Because all street dunkers do all day is practice street dunks.
Okay, well, if you feel
who have careers and they run plays for a living. Nigga, what you talking about?
Hey, bro. Then don't get out here dunking, man.
That's why they have. Hey, that's why they have showcases for them niggas, and then they have All-Star Weekend Slam Dunk Contest.
They be having them niggas out there dunking when the cameras ain't on.
Nigga, no. Hell no.
Cold.
I don't want to see that shit.
NBA cold. They be having them in the little gym.
They're like, yeah, y'all over there. We got this over here. We'll put our name on it and all this shit. Yeah,
they for sure do that. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
NBA Africa, we'll slap that right on that motherfucker right there. Yep, damn. Y'all like, you motherfuckers.
The NBA code for that. They'd be like, nah, it's levels to this shit.
Yeah, no. We can't have you fucking up this revenue over here.
I understand, bro. Having the big names, yes, it would attract a lot. I just don't, because this is the part that we do tend to forget. Everybody that's playing in their contracts, when they sign with most of these teams, they sign with incentives embedded in the contract.
Yeah.
Hey, if I make the All-Star game, I get X amount of dollars.
Bonus, yeah.
You feel me? Now, making the dunk contest or the three-point contest ain't the same. They're not given the same incentives for that. So if you a young player like Zach, I think he probably like 24 or 25, maybe something like that. Yeah, because I think it's like his 7th year. So he's been in here since like he was 18, right?
18, 19, something like that.
Yeah, right. So if you're a young player and you feel like, nah, I'm getting to the point where I want to be looked at as like truly one of the best, then yes, bro, you at a certain point you're gonna be like, nah, I'm not finna be doing the dunk contest, because that's more so for the young niggas. That's not really for a motherfucker that's trying to be a consecutive all-star or that's trying to get his name into the MVP conversation. That it just don't happen like that. You know what I mean? So from Zach's position, I completely understand. Those celebrity games and shit, I remember seeing those games and like watching the people who were celebrities but who could actually play. I'm tired of seeing the celebrities who don't even know how to fucking play basketball. That's what be pissing me off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that should be funny when a nigga throw up an air ball, but it's like, bro, like, nah, I want to see the celebrity that this motherfucker was he's a Emmy nominee, but he could have potentially went to the league. You feel me? Like, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see, you feel me, some celebrities out there just taking bad shots and only able to dribble with one hand. That's not entertaining to me. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
It's just not something that I'm looking forward to. So hopefully next year, we in the clear. Bless you. Hopefully next year we in the clear in terms of the virus, and we can we can get on to some better games. Before we go any further with the last two topics, we got a new segment that we introducing, and it's gonna be introduced for the first time. This is all JG. This is JG's segment, and it is called "What You Slapping, Bruh?" In this segment, JG gonna give us his top 3 picks that he's listening to for the week. So go ahead, bro. Take it away.
So coming in at number 1, it is Coy Leray, No More Parties remix featuring Lil Durk. That's got a little bop to it.
You didn't send me none of this, just to let you know.
I know, because I wanted you to look it up after I got on these motherfuckers.
Okay.
You feel me? Okay. That way you can listen to them, and then you can rate my reviews on next week's show or some shit like that. We have a little follow-up or something. You feel me? But yeah, Coy Leray, No More Parties remix featuring Lil Durk. We're slapping that heavy. It's a cool little get ready in the morning song. Feel me? Little bop to it. What else I've been slapping? No Statement. No Statement. I think it's called No Statement by G Herbo. Or no, it's called Statement. It's just Statement by G Herbo. That's my shit. That's my daily. Get in the car. Gotta put that on for sure.
Yeah, I was just listening to Herbo this morning.
Crazy story about Herbo. Up until I didn't fuck with bruh, right? I didn't fuck with his music. Yeah. Up until like last year. It's been like a year of me fucking with Herbo. But it was just one of them things. I didn't like the whole offbeat. It wasn't even that I didn't like it. I just couldn't really catch it. And then I must have heard one song where he was actually like rapping like regular, I guess. And I was like, oh, this nigga actually go crazy. You feel me?
Nah, Herbo for sure go crazy.
You feel me? So I started listening more. And now it's like anytime he drop, I got to tune in. And then third is this one's kind of up in the air because I'm gonna be real with you. I have like a whole playlist of shit that I'll play, and I'll play that shit. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'll play that shit for like a month. You feel me?
It's your top 3, nigga.
I know. So I'm gonna pull one from the playlist. Fabio Foreign Trust. That's my shit. This nigga from New York. I fuck with it. I fuck with his Steve's heavy. Bro always got me. You know what I'm saying? Always ready to go. I like shit I could drive to, honestly, because I'm always in the car. I feel like so. A lot of the shit I listen to, it just keep me going. But Fabio Foreign, you feel me? I'll shoot you the links. Fabio Foreign.
Nigga, I done pulled him up. I got him myself.
Yeah, nigga, you feel me? Nigga. Hey.
Okay, so this Coy Leray, this is a female.
She almost got like a little Dave's Low sound to her, but not.
I'm just trying to make sure how she's supposed to be addressed.
That's a female.
Okay.
She broke. It's got a little, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. But that's what I've been slapping, man. Yeah, man. It's tight because a lot of the shit that I listen to, I feel like it's the same type of shit that I would get on. You know what I'm saying? If I had that beat type shit, it'd be like, I'd be something similar to this. I feel like that's what I really find myself liking, the shit that I would find myself either trying to attempt to do or actually doing and execute, you feel me? So, but yeah, that shit raw. Like if I'm a rap, I want to rap like Herbo in that Statement song, you feel me? Because he just talking real shit. And that's what I like to do, you feel me? And then on that Coy Leray song, it's just sounds. Like I don't even know the lyrics like that. Nigga, I just be like that shit just raw, nigga. And then she put Durk on it, so you know he on fire right now. So that's just gonna make it even more clean. And then that nigga Favi, same shit. That nigga he just talked that shit. He just talked that slick. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm that nigga. You better know it, nigga.
Nah, Fabio, I know who he is. I don't listen to a lot of his music, but he got a few songs that I like. Herbo, yeah, I've been listening to forever. I mean, when him and Lil Bibby had first came out, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, and since then, Bibby has transitioned to be more of the CEO behind Yeah,
I remember because I'm gonna be real. You was one of the only niggas I remember that would be like talking about Lil Bibby, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I ain't trying to hear that
but
shit.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna keep it real. I tell people this all the time when it comes to music. Most of the time, I listen to, like, if somebody start catching heat, I try to find an interview of theirs. I don't really listen to their music first. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, now, if something playing on the radio, then it can't be helped. You already heard it. You know what your
try to
ears.
catch that personality first.
Yeah, you know what your ears like.
Yeah.
But I look for the interviews, and whenever I would see Lil Bibby talk, I'd be like, nah, this nigga got it. Like, you feel me? He understands it. You know what I mean? I always knew bro wasn't gonna do music forever. You feel me?
Yeah.
I knew it. Like, eventually he was gonna transition to, nah, nigga, I'm a boss. I'm not trying to put out nothing. You feel me? I'm trying to promote others and encourage them to do better and whatnot. So, Lil Bibby, G Herbo, I've been listening to them. That PTSD I was slapping earlier. You know what I'm saying? I like to. When I look at them, it's funny because I will still hold on and listen to people like them. Even Lil Durk, he might have came on a little bit after us in terms of like our age, but I'll be looking at people like that are in our bracket, and I'll be like, yeah, I like to stay close to their music because oftentimes I don't be wanting to listen to what these young niggas got to say. I just don't. I don't be feeling like they lived enough life. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about they ain't been through situations. I just don't feel like, nigga, you ain't lived enough of life. Like, you didn't. Okay, yeah, sure, you didn't been shot at, but have you been shot at and then had the opportunity to get your get back and, you know what I'm saying, and decided not to?
Nah, I feel you.
Bro, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
it's a simple. It's simple, bro. It's like I'm not 18 no more, nigga.
Yeah.
I don't do what an 18-year-old nigga do. You feel me? I don't think it's cool, but like, I'm not there. You feel me? Like, it don't make no sense for me to be.
I'm not there.
I'm not there. Like, I'm not on that shit. You feel me? It might be cool to bow my head to, but if you ask me what my preference of music is, I'm the same as you, bro. I'm gonna listen to niggas that's of my age or of my time, because this is like, the shit.
Like, bruh, niggas be like, you feel me? They just bought some new jewelry or a new whip, or they just tricked out on a bitch, and I'll be like, yeah, but how many of y'all niggas got property though? like, you feel me? How many of you niggas actually own some shit?
How many of y'all is actually putting on for your niggas or putting money away that way? You and your boys are starting businesses off of this music shit. Or, you know what I'm saying?
What your stock portfolio look like?
Come on, bro. Like, I don't care about you don't have answers to these questions. I don't need to listen to your music. You're not somebody, because I listen to shit that one is either gonna try to inspire me to do something, which is usually hard to do through music. I'm gonna be real. Music for me is literally a therapy. It's something that I do to correlate my life and know, because someone else put it in lyric, that okay, I'm not the only person that goes through this. Yeah. That's what music does for me. You feel me? So at the end of the day, that's all I need it for. If you're making me think too much, or I feel like you're lying, or like you said, it's just not where I'm at in life, I'm probably not gonna listen to it. Does that make it a bad song? No, but is it gonna be in my top 3 ever? Probably fucking not. You feel me? Even though honorable mention does go to Beatbox by Shot 'em Got 'em. That nigga is fucking hilarious, bro. I hate ignorant music, but that shit is hilarious.
You say a name like Shot 'em Got 'em. I'm not gonna listen to that.
It's the everybody doing this.
I'm not gonna listen to that. I'm not. I was never doing that.
That's the Junebug challenge. Huh?
I was never doing that. No. Nah, it's crazy because, you feel me? You know, Yanni, my oldest, he probably know all them names.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm saying? He know exactly what you're talking about. I'll be like, turn that shit off. Put on some fucking J. Cole. That's what that's what I want you listening to. I want you know what I'm saying? And then when I get into my bag of music, when I get into like my dad music, then he'd be like, who is this? Like I forgot, I think I was listening to shit, who was I listening to? I think I was listening to Guy the other day, and he was like, who is this? He was like, is this New Edition? I said, no, son, that ain't New Edition. This is Guy. And he was, oh, okay, this sounds good. I'm like, yeah, this slaps. What you mean?
Hold on, it's timeless
music, bro.
Timeless music, bro. That's the best kind of music.
And again, I don't like how he be trying to get at me when I listen to older music, because then he think all old music that I listen to is like my generation music. You feel me? So like if I'm listening to like some Stevie Wonder or something, he'd be like, when did this come out? When you was like 5? I'd be like, no. It came out when your grandma was like 30. What are you talking about? It didn't come out when I was no 5.
Kind of aged me like that, boy. I ain't that goddamn old.
Trying to disrespect me just because I know it. No, boy, funny. Okay, y'all. That has been, you feel me, what you slapping with JG, man. You're gonna be able to catch those picks on all the social media once this episode drops as well. So you can go ahead and check out those artists that are on his top 3 picks for this week. We're gonna move into the last 2 topics of discussion. The second one doesn't have to be as dark as it sounds, but I think it's a good conversation to bring up, because it's something that I've seen. It made me feel a certain way when I seen this conversation being had recently, and it was a conversation that was had by the Breakfast Club and Dr. Carl Hart. But to you, essentially, brother, I'm saying, brother to brother, can you blame drug addiction on the drug? Okay, so and what I mean by that is, I'll give people some backstory to why this conversation I felt like was so important to have, which is Dr. Carl Hart. He is a neurologist. He is a psychologist. And I think he has another doctorate in another form of science. Essentially, he wrote a book that's called Drug Use for Grown-Ups, right? In this book, he is not advocating for people to do drugs. What he's trying to do is he's trying to dehumanize the thought of drugs, right? Whenever we think about drugs, we think that drugs have a morality about them. And in the book, which I'm not completely done with, but in the book, essentially, the doctor is trying to explain that a drug is a drug. It's going to be a drug the same way that a dog would be a dog if you just left it in the street. It is only when you as a human choose to use the drug or overuse the drug as an addict, right? So the conversation was being had on the Breakfast Club, and it just got spent out of control in terms of Charlemagne and DJ Envy, who were on their moral high ground. DJ Envy was saying, I wouldn't write a book that tells people how they can use drugs. I would give them help. The counter to that is DJ Envy spins nothing but drug dealers' music. Charlemagne is a former drug dealer who said that, he would love for people to just get help. And that is it's a great notion. But the truth of the matter is, when people are addicted to drugs, they often don't want the help. So the doctor's point was to try to give people a view of how other countries, such as Spain, such as countries in Europe and in Asia, where they have these testing centers where people can test their drugs to make sure that they're not spliced with anything else, and essentially to try to get America to decriminalize drugs altogether, right? I felt like the conversation had to be had because the root of it is to not make the drug the issue, right? If it's the same as, like I said, if you got a dog, that dog is going to be a dog no matter what. The dog is going to do what a dog does, whether it hunts, whether it bites, whatever,
just like mine going in the trash right now.
Right. The dog is going to do whatever it does. It's only until you as a person takes that dog into the home and tries to get it to do what it naturally doesn't want to do, right? So it's the same with a drug. A drug is a drug. It has no moral compass. It does, when it goes into your body, it doesn't say, "Oh, this is JG, so I'm gonna fuck him up."
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, you feel me? It doesn't have that, and that's just the reality of it. It does what it was either grown to do or what it naturally does in the wild if you leave it alone, you know. And then it was a real, and the book itself is a great book to read. Again, drug use for grown-ups, and I think that it's a conversation that should be had, because too often we blame the drug versus it, not victim shaming, but versus taking accountability for people's actual actions, right? And being honest with ourselves to say, yo, just because you give a nigga resources does not mean they're gonna take it. Yeah. That's unrealistic. You feel me? But if we in America was to say we have these testing centers where, yo, if you do buy some drugs off the street, you could take that drug because you're using it anyways. And now let's say the drug is not illegal. If you take that drug to a testing center, like just how they do in Spain, where the drug is not illegal, you can purchase heroin, right? Mm-hmm. You can purchase heroin in Spain, not illegal. You can take it to a testing center to make sure you don't got no bad shit. Mm-hmm. And then you go off and you do your drugs, right? Because you're gonna do the drug anyway. You feel me? You're gonna do it if you an addict or if you're doing the drug as recreational. You're gonna do it anyways. Now that don't mean that at those testing centers there aren't other resources to where people are there to say, "Hey man, if you want to get some help to kick this shit, yeah, you can kick it." You feel me? But to sit back and think that just by telling people say no to that's not gonna stop motherfucker. That's not gonna stop the current addict right now. If I go pull a fucking addict off the street and say, "Hey man, I'm here to get you some help," this nigga liable to tell me, "Bro, get the fuck out of my face. If you want to help me, nigga, spot me dub so I can go get this hit."
Well, I feel like that thought process is hella illogical anyway, because if that was the case, right, there wouldn't be a term of functional addicts. Correct. That wouldn't be a thing. You feel me? So that right there lets you know that there's people out here that do this that need it, right? Because they're fiending for whatever it is that need it, but still are capable of doing what they need to do and being a regular citizen. Only thing is, Jack over there, it was the business owner, businessman, wears a suit and tie. He does heroin every day. Exactly. And you have no fucking idea, because he knows how to do his shit and take care of his shit. You feel me? Like, I think one of the biggest things, I think we touched on this before on one of our podcasts, is I was a drug abuser. I wasn't an addict. And the reason, and I think a lot of it is seeing it and identifying shit for what it really is. You feel me? And the reason I always say I was an abuser and I wasn't an addict was because my drug of choice was Xanax. I loved Xanax. I loved the feeling that it gave me. I loved everything about it. Still to this day, I'm real with you. If I had one, I'd probably pop it. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool, like whatever. But I did a lot of it in a short amount of time. You feel me? Like I was an abuser to the point where I was doing more than I was supposed to do, and I'm lucky to still be where I'm at right now. Type shit. You feel me? And I was blessed enough to when I was actually fucking with Xanax, there wasn't hella press shit out there. People were still getting actual prescriptions, all that type of shit. So I was doing real drugs. That helped a lot of it too, right? And I cut with all this fentanyl, all this dumb other shit out there.
It was pharmaceutical grade.
You feel me? So I was doing actual drugs. But the reason I say I was an abuser, not an addict is I literally cut it out of my life. Like just one day, somebody tried to charge me like $8 for a pill. And I was like, I'm not, what the fuck I look like giving you $10 for one pill? What the fuck I look like? Called another person. And it was like the stock on them just went up. And that day I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I refuse. I refuse to be the nigga spending.
This is too expensive of a habit to have.
Right. And that's all it took. And that's when I realized too, like, okay, I'm not addicted to this shit. Like I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong. But if this is what it takes for me to be over this shit, I just abuse the fuck out of it. I'm not addicted to this shit, because addicted to me is I'm like, bruh, like I got these cheeseburgers, you know. Like, you feel me? Like, bruh, like that's addicted to something. Like I'll do anything to get my hands on this shit. I could get it right now. Don't want that shit. You feel me? Because of a price tag. There's no way in hell I'm addicted or I'm an addict. I am an abuser. If I have it, I'm gonna do it and do a lot of it because I like it so much. You feel me? But I don't have an addiction to the shit whatsoever. I haven't done a Xanax in probably like 3-4 years, I feel like, nigga. You know what I mean? And that shit, for me, that was big, because at one point in time, that was a daily. And when I say I'm talking like, bruh, it was like it was a party favor. You know what I'm saying? Like it was something to do. You feel me? So that shit, as far as the conversation goes though.
And who were, again, when you were in an abusing stage, were you blaming the Xanax? Were you saying, oh, it's Xanax fault?
No, fuck no. And that's the other part. I had full accountability. I knew the risk I was taking every time I did the drug, right? I knew mixing alcohol with this particular drug, what consequences came with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew all of that shit. You feel me? And never once did I was like, oh, well, Xanax did this to me. No, nigga, I continued to pick up the pill, put it in a Sprite, or you know what I'm saying, just pop it however I chose to do it. I chose that every single time because I wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Xanax, because just like you said in the beginning, if I would have left Xanax alone and just let Xanax be the Xanax in a bottle, Xanax gonna continue to just be Xanax. Nobody's getting high, nobody's getting tired, nobody's forgetting shit, nobody's doing nothing. But when I decide I'm picking this up and I'm finna do this shit, that's when it becomes, you know what I'm saying? What it's especially when you use it out of context, right? So that's a depression, an antidepressant drug, right? Or anxiety, depression and anxiety drug. I didn't at the time, and it's crazy. I didn't at the time have anxiety. Well, I had social anxiety, but I didn't have like.
You probably didn't recognize it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know I didn't have depression though. I don't want to say I slipped into depression during the time, but it's crazy. After I got off of Xanax and stopped doing it, it was easier to fall into depression. And when I did, it was deep. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the drug itself, it just goes to show if you use a drug out of context, right? If you're using it for a problem that doesn't exist, you can actually end up creating a problem for yourself and not even know that that's happening, you know? And then again, it's like, well, do you blame the drug or do you blame yourself? No, we have to have accountability, people. I mean, yes, it's put in our face. Yes, a lot of this shit is accessible. You feel me? But to me, it goes down to the root of the conversation for me, what it always is, and why I agree with the doctor is we know right from wrong as little kids. And we know as people that we have something in us that as soon as we're told no, we think that we need to do that shit or we need to try that shit. And I think the same principle applies to drugs. If you're told your whole life drugs are bad, you shouldn't do them. They're not safe. They're not this. They're not that. But everything you see that's promoted with drugs is fun, and you know, is everything else. Who the fuck isn't gonna try some drugs? Like what? I'm gonna try something because you've told me my whole. Prime example. I was a little kid, a little baby, probably not even maybe a year old. I was walking early, so maybe I was before that. But Auntie used to have this old furnace in the house, like one of them old black furnaces that used to be in the middle, kept the whole house hot or warm or whatever. And I got close to him, and my mom was like, "Don't touch that." And I looked. I did one of them look backs and smiled at her, I guess, and she was like, "Don't touch it. That's hot." Sure enough, my little ass touched it, burnt my fucking hand. Guess how I learned what hot was? From that right there. But I could have learned what hot was if I would have just listened to my mama, because she told me that shit's hot. Don't touch it. You feel me? But no, nah, mom, no. I got this life, right? Life. I need to know that shit is hot. Let me see. And I cried for it. You know what I'm saying? And then on bigger scales with drugs, you feel me? Some people lose their life. Some people become drug addicts because of that one time. You know what I mean? So, but no, I blame it on the person. I always have, always will.
On the person.
You have something in you that lets you know from jump what is right, what is wrong. Because you feel it. Even when your parents tell you, you might feel like it's right, but when they say something that's wrong, you're like,
nigga,
like yeah, you're like, God damn it.
It's still new crack and heroin addicts every day, and we done had nigga damn near 50 years of this shit.
Come on.
So
you can't tell me it's the drug. You can't tell me it's the drug. You can't tell me it's the drug.
We can't sit here and blame the drug. And now, yes, the over abuse of pharmaceutical drugs, you feel me? And then now the shit being, you know, spliced and stepped on, it's like, yeah, nigga, it's certainly a crisis, you feel me? But it's a crisis that's here. And this shit don't look like it's really going nowhere. So I appreciate it, you feel me, the doctor's perspective. I don't, you feel me? I'm like this, right? Maybe it's because I'm more logical than you are, rational than most. But don't tell me that you think that by telling from this day forward, every child that is born, if we say, don't do drugs. No, look at this. Look at what it gets it. Don't tell me that you think that by us doing that's gonna mean that there are no more drug addicts in this world.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that as of right now, if we stop the world and we gather all the addicts up and we say, hey, look, I got help for you. You can go to this center and we can wean you off of this.
Well, even shit like that, bro. Like, I don't know about you because you were in San Francisco at the time, but when I was growing up in Fairfield, we had programs, and not to say that they work on everybody, but when you get them at the right age, you might be that person that makes that impact. We used to have like the DARE program. You remember that shit? Y'all have the DARE program?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, like, does that exist anymore? And if it does, it's probably only online, like on some dumb shit, you feel me? But we used to have officers that came in with the big line and shit, all the shit, you feel me? I remember it. You feel, because of a lot of the shit that they showed, a lot of them other drugs, it's the reason why I'm having this conversation. I'll just tell you, I smoke weed and I've done some Xanax. I popped the ecstasy one time in my life and that was like, twice. And after the second time, I was like, I never do that shit again. I don't do coke and been around it I could damn near get the shit for free. You feel like and I don't want to say it's because of that, but I remember I'll tell you like this.
Niggas been offering pounds of that shit and was like,
this is why I think this is why I don't be feeling bad for people. I don't want to say feeling bad, but like when you make that choice, I don't feel bad for you making that choice, right? Because if I feel like this, right? I feel like a lot. It should be a common thought, right?
Yeah.
I look at it like this. I've never taken a drug before. I don't know what it does to my body. Shit, there's been times where I done ate some food and didn't know what it was gonna do to me. You feel me? Got a stomach ache through what? I'm gonna put some foreign man-made shit
into my system and just hope for the best and hope that I'm a person that ends up with a good high. That don't sound fun to me, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm surprised to this day that I still smoke weed because the first time I ever got high, I thought I was going to die, nigga. I felt like I was on fire. The world was tipping like this, and I couldn't, bruh. But somehow, somewhere, I'm still smoking weed, bruh. But same thing. It was one of those things that I don't know what this is gonna do to me. So when coke came around me, I was like, nope, I'm cool, because I'm gonna be the nigga get high off some cocaine, do some dumb shit. You feel me? Ecstasy. It's funny. I did Molly, never did no ecstasy. But ecstasy was always around. No, I don't want no fucking pill. And at that time, I was really like, I ain't popping no pill. You niggas, I mean, fuck y'all making this shit. Hell no, I'm not fucking with y'all. You feel me? So it's just like it was that thought in my head, bro, of that one, just having one bad trip or one bad high, and that could be it, or I could be hooked, or I could, it was just that thought was always in my head. I don't feel like that isn't a thought for most people before they do drugs. And if it is, then you probably already got some other problems that you need to deal with.
Correct.
Because if you're not thinking about what you're putting into your body as you're doing it, that's a whole different issue.
Correct.
That is a whole different issue.
And then you get to a point where you're like, okay, so all the consequences, and you still choose.
And you're still doing it. Yeah.
You still choose to do it. Okay, well, bro, I'm sorry,
but you want me to say it's heroin's fault though.
Yeah,
but you want me,
I can't do that, bro. I'm too rational. You feel me? Yep. To be, and even the aspect of, granted, yes, we know, bro. Like you said, shit gets pushed to you. You feel me? Shit get pushed to you. But even pharmaceuticals get pushed to you. Every commercial,
yes,
that has a pharmaceutical drug, what happens in the commercial? Somebody's sad after they take the drug, then they get happy.
Whole life change.
So what the fuck does that tell people to do? Like, be real, bro. What does that tell people to do? Oh shit! If I go take that, nigga, I'm gonna feel like this.
And I'm gonna be great. Right? And they do it. They think they slick, right? They sad and all the shit.
Yeah,
right?
They be depressed.
They take the drug. Shit gets bright.
Nigga
and then in the bright part, that's when they tell you all the bad shit.
All the bad shit.
Take this drug.
That's when they tell you all the bad shit. That's
your kidney's gonna give out. Anyway. Your heart gonna stop. You ain't
gonna be able to have kids.
Your feet gonna swell. Your lips might fall off, but hey, you gonna be smiling.
But you gonna be happy. You gonna be happy to How you smile without lips?
How you smile without lips? Nigga, you smiling all the time. What the fuck you mean I'm gonna be smiling? Fuck out of here.
You smile without lips, bro. That shit funny. I'm telling you though, bro. Okay, man, we're gonna move into the last topic of discussion, man, and that is our 2021 goals. We didn't really touch on any goals in the beginning of the year. Again, it's been so much going on, man. And we've been trying to look forward to just waking up every day. So that said, brother to brother, 2021. We about 3 months in, so we're about a quarter in. What's the goals, or how are the goals coming along?
Well, so goals is they're coming.
I mean, we touched on it earlier in terms of the clothing and the music.
I was gonna say it was tight because the segment kind of started on this one, but I mean, just continuing to push the podcast. You feel me? And you know what? I mean, as much as I know we say we want to be consistent, bro. And obviously we want to get it to our viewers and our listeners. We definitely do. You feel me? The fact that we even came back and it wasn't just one of the things that got hung up. You feel me? I'm proud of that. So like just keeping this thing pushing, keeping this thing going, making sure the clothing line take off and get where it needs to be. You feel me? Hopefully in the next couple months, I should have some big news. You know what I'm saying? But it's just keeping everything going. That's my biggest goal, bro. It's to see shit fall through this year. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put no goal and no cap on anything. I just want to see the business and things continue to grow, continue to go further. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I I don't want this to be one of the things where it's one drop of clothing and then I'm taking 6 months off. You feel me? Like no. I want to get this. I want to flip this, and I want to have something for y'all by, you know what I'm saying, summertime in a summertime drop. You know what I'm saying? Like something for every season. Like that's how I envision this shit. That's how I want it to go. So that's how I'm attacking it. So that's definitely my biggest goal, is getting this clothing shit going, getting my music, you know what I'm saying, just out, because I'm sitting on a bunch of it for no reason. So just, you know, looking into them NTFs or whatever the fuck they call, looking into NFTs, you feel me? And yeah, man, but really the biggest goal is just to see shit fall through and keep shit pushing, keep shit growing this year. 2021 is about growth and about staying consistent. So
look, I hear that, bro. The goals right now is again, everything is on track. You know, I said it before, we got kind of rocked back the past 3 weeks. I had 2 deaths, you feel me, within the family. And then we celebrated my grandmother's 97th birthday. So you can imagine how, you feel me, how up and down things have gone. And it really was a death, a celebration of life, and then another death. And so that, you know, it takes you up and down. But aside from that, all the goals are going the way that they're supposed to be going. The children and the missus and I, we then started letting people into our world in terms of family vlogging and things like that. We've been asked to do it for so long. And you know, now I see that the boys, more than anything, you know, they have a real drive for it. So now we're like, okay, well, you know, let's go ahead and do it. Even if you don't do it to try to profit from it, even if you do it so that you have a collection of videos for your family, you feel me? I have I've got dozens of archived videos that have hundreds of, you know, hours of footage from the boys and Luna, you know, from the point that there was a baby, every birthday party, you feel me, every major outing we had as a family, all of that stuff, you know, and I want to be able to just continue to pass that along. I remember my parents, they had this they had this collection of VHS tapes, right? And it was stored in this storage container. Anyways, the storage container ended up getting broken into, whatever, and they lost all of that. But it was my parents always were recording and keeping a collection of that shit for us. And then so when all of that stuff got, you know, taken, it was like, well, shit, we don't have none of that no more. You feel me? We got pictures and stuff, but we don't have any like video footage. So the fact that, you know, the children now, when they are my age, they'll be able to literally look back on all these beautiful moments of their lives, you know, and all the moments that we're going to continue to create. It's a great thing. Top of that, got a new book coming out real soon. The people, y'all gonna start seeing promo for that online and in your home. And yeah, man, we just continuously pushing, man. Continuously pushing. We got a lot of merch dropping and shit like that. So and again, bruh is on his way to launching his e-store. So y'all make sure that y'all on the lookout for it. Make sure that y'all supporting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It'll be coming soon, man. Coming soon, man.
Yes.
I'm excited about this shit, bro. I'm excited about this shit.
Yeah, man. I get it. I whenever any of my, you know, my close friends, whom I call brothers, we don't even call each other friends no more. Whenever anybody has something to do or something coming out, you know, I get excited as, as the next person. And even in that vein, I want to make sure that I'm doing more to help and support you and all my other brothers. So any way that I can help, let me know, you feel me? So then that way I can get it done. You know what I'm saying? Because when I say that if one of us gets it, we all get it. I don't mean that, one of us got it and then you got to immediately spread it around. I mean, when one of us gets it, it motivates everybody else to get up and get to it. You know what I mean? So that's important, man. Keep pushing so that we can continue to inspire one another and hopefully some people that's listening.
Perfect way to close it out, man. Well, this has been another great episode 29 of the Brother Podcast with me, JG, and my brother.
Sure. To infinity and then some. We'll catch y'all next time, man.
Yay.
These are the days of my life. These are the days of our life. These are the days of our life. These are the days of our lives. You live in yours, I live mine. Take that bitch, break that bitch, stack your chips. They say we living like savages. These are the days of our lives. You ain't choose yours, I chose mine. Money and drugs, that's a deadly mix. Do what we got to.